But look, we got to talk about the backyard brawl.
Oh
my goodness. What a game that was. Back and forth. In the first couple minutes of the fourth, it's tied up at 24. You're going, I mean, what a game this was. Talk to me about it, man.
Oh, and it was insane because there's storylines going in, like Slovis and JT Daniels were teammates at USC, and Slovis took Daniels' job when he got hurt, and the same kind of thing happened to Slovis, and they both transfer out, and it was just, you got all that going in, and then both these guys kind of on their last chance, and they both balled out. They both played very well. The defenses looked strong early, and then obviously that pick six late, and it followed that same kind of story as the Purdue-Penn State game. It was like, that pick six at the end, get up late, and just right down to the wire. Phenomenal game all the way around. Like, that's I know we've seen 15 college football games, but that to me feels like one of those ones at the end of the year you could put up for game of the year.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's the equivalent of cracking open after a hard day of work, cracking open a fresh, cold beer and taking that first sip. That is bringing us into college football season. And it was absolutely, it was just one of those games that like you were talking about. You were on the show, and I came on the show and messaged you guys like, they just scored. Did you see that? And everybody starts looking over at the camera.
Yes, I hopped into the back and was doing some stuff in the background, and Johnny was trying to talk, and it was just like, oh my God, and like all of them turned. Like,
shout out to the West Virginia wide receiver Ford Wheaton, who had a monster game. 9 receptions, 97 yards, 2 TDs, even had a tackle on kick return where it looked like he dang near clotheslined the guy, took his head off.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, dang, this guy does everything. On that interception that ended up winning the game, and Devonshire was the one who ended up getting it for Pitt.
Yeah.
The pass was to Wheaton. It was right in his hands, ended up bouncing off his hands. You know, Devonshire got it and took it back to the house. And you just felt bad for Ford Wheaton because he's been there for a couple of years. He's played his butt off, and he was doing everything for him. And then to come down to that, it's just like, oh, man, I feel for you, buddy. But that's the game. That's football.
Yeah. Well, and like that's a hard one to watch on tape because you're feeling yourself throughout the entire tape. Like, yeah, man, I balled out, and then that play comes up, and that's the one you kind of slouch in your chair a little bit. Like,
yeah. But like you said, Daniels, he had 214 yards and a couple touchdowns. Slovis had over 300 yards and a touchdown. But I think quietly, but kind of in a pretty deafening voice, the running back stole the show.
Yeah,
Hammond had a couple touchdowns. Donaldson had over 100 yards and a touchdown. And if you watch throughout the show when Slovis or Daniels were struggling because those defenses were playing out of their mind. The score looks a little higher, but the defenses were showing up as we saw with that pick six. But those running games, man, chewing up the clock, third downs, short yardage. Those running games for both these teams. I mean, that's something they both thrive off of is running the ball. So I'm eager to see how they carry out the rest of the year. What do you think of Hammond and Donaldson?
Yeah, it was crazy to see because we talk about racking up all that yardage and chewing the clock, and like you can see there, it was 31-38.
Yeah,
like these guys chewed up a ton of clock and ate up a ton of yardage, and it was still that high scoring of a game. Just insane to think about.
Yeah, that's it. It is crazy. It is crazy. So Pittsburgh gets the W, and that defense, they look at midseason form. And West Virginia, look, they're no slouches either. Watch out for them in the Big 12. They could make some moves this year.
100%.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.